let's try this. Third time's a charm. First time the camera wasn't on, second time the phone rang. Let's do this again. All right, we're on our third time here, our third way of solving a linear system. Remember, a linear system is just two lines and we're finding out the point where they cross. The first time we just graphed them and found the point. That didn't work for everything, so the second time we did it mathematically by substituting one equation into the other equation, which eliminated one variable, and we could solve that way. The third way we're going to do it is called the elimination method. It's also sometimes called combination method. It's also sometimes called the addition method, and you'll see why as we go through this. Again, we're just trying to find the point where these two lines cross. All right, now remember when we did substitution, we took the first equation, substituted it into the second equation, and then we found at that point we either had all y's or all x's. We had eliminated that other variable. We're going to do the same thing here today. We're going to use the concept of an opposite pair. Now think about it in math. What's the opposite of 4? Well, that would be -4. The opposite of addition is subtraction. The opposite of subtraction is addition. We know that when we add them together, they get 0. That's how we know we have an opposite pair. So the opposite of, say, 5x would be -5x. The opposite of -7y would be +7y. The first thing we need to do to be successful is to look at our equations and we need to find an opposite pair. All right, let's take a look at our equations. Here's a 2x, here's a 3x. Nope, not opposite. +11y, -11y. Ding, ding, ding. We have an opposite pair. All right, if we have an opposite pair, then we can use elimination. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these two equations and we're going to line them up on top of each other. The only way we can do that, however, is if all of our letters and signs and equal signs line up together. So this has an x, a sign, a y, an equal, and a number. X, a sign, a y, an equal, and a number. They're lined up the same way. So we're going to take these two equations and we're going to line them up on top of each other like we were going to do an addition problem. So we'll say 2x plus 11y equals 17. 3x minus 11y is equal to -2. And then we're actually going to do addition. We're going to add these equations together to eliminate one of the variables. Hence the name, right? Add them together, so it's called the addition method. To eliminate a variable, so it's elimination, or sometimes called combination because we're combining them. All right, if we've done this right and we add these things together, we're going to eliminate a variable because the opposite pairs will become 0. So 2x plus 3x is 5x. 11y minus 11y, well that goes away, I've got 0 y's. And 17 minus 2 is 15. Beautiful, the 11's are gone, I'm only left with an x, and I can figure that out by dividing both sides by 5. So that x is equal to 3. Lovely. Now at this point, it's exactly the same as substitution. At this point, we said, all right, I have x is a 3. I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to plug this 3 in here instead of x, and I can solve for the y. So I'm going to say 3x, but x is now 3, minus 11y is equal to -2. All right. I'm just going to figure out what y is, right? So I'm going to multiply these and get 9 minus 11y. Let's see, get rid of the loner number by subtracting. Now I'm left with -11, don't forget your negative sign, is equal to -11. Oh, hey, this is nice. Divide both sides by -11. So I'm left with y is equal to negative gives me a +1. All right, have I found the point where they crossed? Well, let me see. It's an xy pair. I do have an x, I do have a y. I just need to write my answer, right? Don't leave me hanging. My solution is the point 3, 1. And now I have solved it by elimination. Ta-da! And remember, you know you love math.